Yo, what's up? I just bought me some chitlins. Not pork chitlins, chicken chitlins. I just bought some chicken chitlins. I'm looking for my glasses. It's called chitlins. I just bought some chitlins. Let me show y'all. Chitlins, look at this. I bought some chitlins. Great bologna. See, back in the days, I used to always wonder why I had the red tape, that red stuff on there. But that's what they package it in. This is bologna. I called it chitlins. This is what it's got in it. Chicken, water, salt, potassium, and all that other shit. That's chitlins. That's what that is. That's chitlins. Back in the days growing up, you see fried bologna. It say chicken bologna, but then it says 855-411 pork. But like I be telling people, I tell people all the time, I said, if you eat bologna, you might as well eat chitlins. If you eat sausages, you might as well eat chitlins. If you eat hot dogs, you might as well eat chitlins. Because look, this shit ain't made with the prime cuts of meat. Bologna is made with the scraps. That shit is made with all the scraps. All the shit that they don't leave, they take all that shit that they don't leave, they cut it up, they send the choice cuts of meat to the supermarket and to the restaurants. And then all the shit that they don't use, they add dye to it and a bunch of salt. Because back in the days, you didn't have refrigerators. You had to preserve your meat in salt. That's how you preserve meat. That's why Caribbean people like salt fish. Because back in the days, that's how you preserved it. They take all that scraps, all the scraps that they don't use, they take all that shit and put it together. The tendons, the muscles, all that shit. They take it and put it in a blender, they blend all that shit together. And then they take it and they put it together. And then they put it in this red shit right here, this red seal. And that's how they do it, but here they cut it. But back in the days, you used to have to you have to go to the butcher, and the butcher will cut it for you. But that's how they do it. And that's chitlins right there. So if you eat hot dogs, you eat pork. If you eat sausages, you eat bratwurst. You eat bratwurst. You eat hamburger. All that shit is made with scraps. Unless you tell me you want ground chuck or that's why when you make hamburgers, you don't have to put grease in the pan because it's got so much fat already in it. Ground chuck, ground round pork, all that shit is scrap meat, the scraps. And it was mostly left for the poor people to buy. Because the poor people couldn't afford the prime cuts. So they were going to go to the butcher and they would get the scraps. And they just start taking all this shit and putting it together. And they have food coloring to it. But once you fry that shit and eat it with some eggs and some grits, you don't know the difference. So shut the fuck up.